In Chapter 1 of One Piece, we see Monkey D. Luffy eat the Gum Gum fruit, effectively turning his body into rubber. Setting off on his journey to become the king of the pirates, Luffy was able to defeat many powerful adversaries. This is all thanks to a combination of his own strength and creativity with his devil fruit. Fast forward to chapter 1044, and it is revealed to fans that Luffy actually ate the human fruit model Nika. So after 20 plus years, Luffy went from being a rubber man to a sun god. But what if he wasn't? Could Luffy beat his opponents from Wano onward with a non-Nika Gear 5? Before I talk about the fights, we must first figure out the abilities of an awakened Gum Gum fruit. As many One Piece fans know, Luffy unlocked the full power of Nika while in Gear 5. If we take a closer look at what he could do in this awakened state, we can clearly see it has elements of both an awakened Paramecia and Zoan Devil Fruit. An awakened Gum Gum Fruit is simply Gear 5 without the buffs of an awakened Zoan Devil Fruit. So Luffy would lose regeneration since that's just a stronger version of a Zoan's enhanced recovery. He'd also lose Toon Force and Unbounded Freedom since those are abilities that allow Luffy to fight more like Nika. This of course leaves him with enhanced rubber abilities, environmental manipulation, and superhuman physical prowess. Now on to the fights. Looking at his bout with Kaido, Luffy actually fought more like a rubber man than a sun god for the majority of the fight. With the exception of stuff like grabbing lightning, running in the air, and moments like this, all of Luffy's feats are very plausible for an awakened Gum Gum fruit. So I believe Luffy would have still beaten Kaido without the power of Nika. Now with this fight against an awakened Rob Lucci, Luffy showcased how to use his environment offensively after turning it into rubber. This is clearly within the realm of what an awakened Paramecia could do. So Luffy could clear Rob Lucci without Nika. Seeing that it's been a while since I read the fight between Luffy and Kizaru, I have to say it's shorter than I remember. Most of the moves Luffy uses when attacking Kizaru are enhanced versions of what we've seen him use before. So a Nicholas Gear 5 would go toe-to-toe with an Admiral. I will say, the after effects of Gum Gum symbol lean more towards the power of a sun god rather than the powers of rubber. So how the fight ends would have changed. With Kizaru no longer able to battle, we move on to Luffy's encounter with the 5 Elders. At this point in the story, the 5 Elders are basically unbeatable due to their regeneration powers. If we change this moment to something like this, then Luffy would have used nothing but his strength and rubber abilities against his fight with the 5 Elders. With the additional help from Dory, Broggy, and Emmett, Luffy would have done just enough to escape Egghead Island without being a sun god. But what are your thoughts? Would a non-Nika Gear 5 succeed against these opponents? As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.